I'm going to show you how to make the tab that goes at the end of the zip. This is handy if you've got an open-ended zip and you're making a beach bag or a pouch where the zip overhangs. So what you want to do is measure the width of your zip tape. So this is 1 inch, and then I'm going to use 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm going to cut my fabric probably just a little bit over 1.5 inches by, and I want my tab to be about 1 inch thick, but you want a 1/2 inch fold, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to do just over 1.5 by 3 inches. I'll show you how obviously I make it. You can then decide if you want to make it bigger or smaller. Okay, so I've got my fabric, so I'm going to cut just over 1.5 inches wide by 3. Okay, so I've got my piece of fabric here. I'm now going to fold it together, right sides together in half, and then turn back 1/2 inch on either side. Okay, and then we're going to sew 1/4 inch seam allowance here and here, and basically you want that to be just big enough to fit your zip inside. Okay, so I'll just do that. Okay, so I've sewn one side. If you're not too sure how much of a seam allowance then to use on the second side, what you can do is slip your zip inside and then just make a line where you want your next seam to go, because you want the zip to just fit in nice and snug once it's turned around the other side. So I'm now just going to sew another line here. Okay, so that's that done now. So what I'm going to do is just trim allowance off and then turn it right side out. Okay. Okay, so this can be a bit fiddly, so you might want to use a pair of tweezers or pencil or something, or if you've got one of these tools, just to poke out your corners. Okay, so now you've got like a little pocket, and then you want to place your zip inside it. Just trim off that excess. So you want this tab to go just a little bit further over than the end of your zip, because you don't want to be sewing over that. So just pop that in here. Okay, and now you just want to sew a straight line across here. Okay, and that's it. Mine's very snug. You might want to make yours just a little bit thicker, so a little bit wider, so it's easier to go on, but that's basically it. You can make it longer. That's